Welcome to episode 1 of the No Ego Gaming Podcast. How's everyone doing today? How are you doing? My name is ForTheBiscuit. I'll be your host for these podcasts. And today we'll start with our first guest here. We're doing first couple episodes will be with the No Ego owners. The first of which is our CEO, our fearless leader, who's hanging here with me. Searchh, what's going on? How you doing?
How we doing today, Biscuit?
Not too bad. Hanging in there. Same old crap as usual. How about you?
Good, man. Just relaxing. Got a day off, so it's nice.
I was gonna say, what were you up to today?
Went to the water park with the kiddo and had some fun relaxing.
How nice it was out where you guys were. It was downpouring here, but so just to start things off, as I mentioned, we're going to do the first few episodes with the owners of No Ego, see how things are going, and just really kind of poke their brains on a few things. So, Searchh, I mean, the first big thing I do want to ask you and kind of go with you on is, what made you guys want to start No Ego? What made you want to get into this?
So for me specifically, I've been a part of a few different orgs, and I've kind of been around the scene, the content creator scene for a while, and I just realized a lot of things being a part of that. And one of the biggest things that I came to find out through all of my time was that there's a real need for legitimate support in an organization, and no egos, and that's where the name comes from. So everyone should treat each other like everyone is on the same level. So that's what we built, and that's how we started it.
Gotcha. So, I mean, like when you say legitimate support, so just like everyone helping each other out, like what do you really kind of vision with that?
So a lot of places that I've been a part of, and obviously this is all personal experience, but it's been tit for tat. Like, you do this for me and then I'll support you, or you buy this from me and I'll support you. And I wanted to get away from, because I have clout or I have this or I have that, you need to respect me. I want everyone to be on the same level. So that's kind of more is what I mean by that.
Yeah, so like basically, not letting someone's ego basically take control of the whole thing. Everything's about that person. Follow me, follow me, follow me, and I'll help you out at that point.
Right.
Oh, makes sense of that. I mean, that's why I joined up for that matter. So really quick, just a little about me here too. I was one of the first members of No Ego when we started up, actually, if I'm not mistaken. I was one of the founding members there also. Actually, I was one of the first content creators too, if I'm not mistaken there. Right, Searchh?
Yeah, you were brought on, when we initially opened No Ego, you were brought on as a content creator and quickly moved up to stream team based on the fact that you were helping out a lot.
And look now, I'm on the podcast. Check that out. Sorry, I just totally plugged myself. Sorry. I had to have that one little moment in all these podcasts. I just wanted that 30 seconds there. That's dope. So I know you mentioned that you were in a good, like a bunch of streams prior. You were in a bunch of orgs prior and whatnot. You've been doing this for a while. I mean, what do you like? What's your history in the gaming world? Like, what have you done?
So for me, I started like really gaming during Halo 2. We did a bunch of the online like clan events and all that stuff, and I kind of realized that I was a little above the cut when it came to that. So when Halo 3 came out, I got some friends together and we started playing really seriously, and I ended up going to MLG circuit events for a while. And so I competed for a pretty long time, and then back then they had Justin TV. Those of you who actually know what that is.
Oh yeah, the originator of Twitch.
So I would stream on Justin TV playing Halo 3 and sometimes like COD Modern Warfare 2. And so that's what I kind of learned, like content creation to start, because I've never been one to do YouTube stuff. I don't know, it just doesn't click for me. Yeah, we started streaming on JTV. We went to a lot of tournaments, and then that's kind of where I got my name and all that stuff. So from there, that's when Twitch started to get big, and I started streaming on Twitch. I think I started out with like Black Ops 2, and that's where I gained a lot of my followership, was between Black Ops 2 and Counter-Strike. And then organizations came into play and they became a thing, and I jumped from a couple different organizations. I mean, I've been a part of EMGG. I was a part of Lux Gaming. I was part of Annihilate Gaming back in COD Ghosts. I was on their competitive team. I guess that's kind of where it all started, was playing competitive gaming.
I want to ask you this because a lot of Halo players, and I've asked people this, and apparently this is a controversial question for whatever reason. Which multiplayer was better, Halo 2 or Halo 3?
So for me, in the past, I liked Halo 3 a lot more. Halo 2 was good, but like when Halo 3 first came out, that was like the game. So when they were new games, I had a lot more fun in Halo 3 than Halo 2.
For me, I feel like Halo 3 was my favorite of the Halos. Even after everything all said and done. I mean, Halo 2 was great. Again, the single player was short. Multiplayer, though, that's where the multiplayer really started to shine for Halo, I feel. But I think Halo 3 is what really it just solidified that. It really kind of refined it. I didn't like ODST. I thought it was useless. I thought there was no point to it. It was $60 expansion pack for that matter.
Yeah, it was the first DLC pack. That's what
Dude, it basically was. It was a DLC pack. It felt like they were trying to test crap with it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I know during that they brought the Mythic playlist, which had brought like midship back from Halo 2. So I think that was their first test and experience with bringing maps back from old Halos to use for competitive.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But even like post Halo 3, with Halo 4 and what was Halo 5? Guardians was it called, I think?
Yeah.
I still feel the story of Halo 3 was stronger. I don't know.
Halo 3 story was definitely the one they worked on, I feel, the longest and had the most lore behind.
Wasn't it was it a different production company at that point too?
No, they didn't switch over till Halo Reach to 343.
Oh, that's right, because well, hold on, no, Reach. So Reach was after. I'm mixed up. Reach was after 3, and then after Reach was 4,
Correct.
and then right, okay, because Reach wasn't bad.
I'll leave that to my own to my own discretion.
I mean, go ahead. I mean, say what's on your mind about it.
No, just the switch from Halo 3 having the BR start and all the strengths of that game to go into a single fire DMR with Bloom on the rifle is just, in my opinion, it ruined the entire gameplay of it.
What, just the flow of it, or just
like the competitive nature?
Oh, it's on the competitive side. See, for me, I never really got into the competitive side. I played Reach more just on like the single player, and I hated the powers, like having the superpower crap.
Yeah, that was really rough too.
I feel like it started taking away the skill of things. I don't know. That's just again because I didn't play it competitively, so I really can't say on that on kind of that to that accord. But yeah. So kind of on the topic of Halo, just because with all the recent news and that too. So the state of play on Infinite, as a former Halo player, you've been in the circuit for a while as you were. What do you think on everything we've seen about Halo Infinite right now?
So from the trailers and the gameplay trailers and that stuff, I don't see any negatives in Halo Infinite yet. The grappling hook being a pickup item, it could have an interesting throw and maybe even be disabled for like actual competitive play.
Wait, it's a pickup item? It's not like a
Yeah, it's a pickup item.
okay.
You don't have it. I mean, maybe in campaign you have it all the time, but they had released it in the multiplayer to be like an item pickup.
Okay.
But as far as other gameplay goes with Infinite, I like what I've seen so far. I'm really excited to maybe, get my feet wet in it and see how it feels actually playing it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I'm still debating on whether I'll get it or not. I mean, like if I do, it'll be on PC because I don't have an Xbox. I'm loyal to my PlayStation set, to my Sony, which too bad if you don't like that. But I can't say that because I did have an Xbox 360 during the PS3 era, so I can't talk crap about that because the 360 I think was by far the strongest console of that generation. Because I don't know. Here's my concern with the Infinite, the competitive scene on Infinite is that with all the multiplayer games out, especially all the battle royales out, I don't know how well it's gonna fare.
Yeah. So that being said, Halo is definitely kind of on its last leg when it comes to fan base, just based on like the issues that have been through Master Chief Collection and not having a new game in, well, what's it been, freaking almost 10 years now? Mm-hmm. I don't remember exactly when Halo 5 came out, but it's been a while. And so I feel like there might be a small revamp in like fandom, but I just feel like it's going to be short-lived if I'm being fully honest.
Well, it's going to be nostalgia based, if anything. It's not going to be because, oh, well, new Halo's out. Let's, back in the day, we'd line up in front of Best Buy or GameStop to get the newest one. You're not going to see that. No one, what am I kidding? No one lines up for games anymore.
Right.
I think the last time I lined up for anything close to it was when No Man's Sky came out. I pre-downloaded it and I waited till midnight to play it at launch. And, well, we know how that went. But I don't know. I think you're right. I think it's on its last legs. I think it's gonna die out real quick. It's concerning because it's been around for freaking ages. What do you think that they'll have to do if they're gonna keep it up?
In my personal opinion, in order to revive the Halo franchise, they'd have to do full production value on the competitive scene. They'd probably have to do team franchising, make it big, put money into the competitive scene, make it so people want to play it and become pros in it.
Yeah, but do you think they will? Is the big question.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that one, honestly.
No, that's fair at that. Because even with a Master Chief Collection, that really didn't get much traction, even on the competitive scale. If I'm not mistaken, it was just kind of a big old nostalgia trip.
Yeah, that's how it felt for me. I tried to compete in it for a few, but I was over it after the first week.
I tried to play it when it first came out, and I'm like, I think it was when Reach dropped on it. I'm like, that's not happening. That's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be that bag. But no, it's dope. So with kind of really quick, going back to the everything with the org and whatnot, kind of what made you, just out of curiosity, what made you want to take that back seat from competitive play and start your own org and kind of roll from there?
I think for me, competitive, it's lost some of its luster to me. Maybe growing up and being older, maybe not being as quick as I used to be, but so that and the combination of, I don't see very many games out where I'm like, man, I really want to go compete in that. Like, so I've kind of lost my fire to push for a professional level or anything of that sort. So when it comes down to it, in the content creation world, really, there's two big options. Like, you can go down the pro path and try to become a professional player and put out all your content as a professional, or you can be community based. And for me, with the communities I've been a part of, with the communities I've made, I just felt like it was the time to be a part of something bigger. And being honest with you, being in some of the other organizations I was in, I felt like I had so many ideas and things that I could do to make things better for everyone involved, for all the way down to like a member level, that I was like, why don't I just put this into practice and do it myself? And I have a really strong base of friends who all kind of like gave me that little nudge, like, well, let's stop messing with other people and let's just do it ourselves and do it right. And I think from there it kind of sparked the fire that, you know what, you're right. Let's take something and let's grow it ourselves, and we'll make it something that everyone can be proud of. And I hope that everyone listening today and everyone that's had any contact with us in No Ego is super happy with that interaction, because that's all we want. We want people to have a safe place that they can feel they can be themselves. We want, good interactions and people to feel good about being a part of something. So I guess that's kind of where we started.
No, for sure. That's why I signed up for that matter. That's why I opted to be a part of everything, was for just that, because same with me. I've been a part of groups and whatnot, where it felt super self-serving. And I, especially now with everything going on in the game community, it's having just that support with each other and just being able to stand on, being able to lean on each other, rather, super important. And it's great for all of us, really, because I don't know how you feel on this, but kind of the way I look at things is, especially with streaming and whatnot, there's so much out there that, especially in a community, if in reality, if we all succeed. If the org succeeds, you succeed, I succeed, every member succeeds. We're all there to lift each other up. We're all there to support each other. Um, and it definitely lifts us up. That's definitely why I've been involved in this as much as I have, for that matter. We've been around. We've really only started 3 months ago. I think May.
Yeah, it's 3 months in 5 or 4 days, I believe.
Jesus. So, how do you feel about where we are now?
Man, so when I started, like I said, when I started with No Ego and kind of put this picture in my head into place, it was just a whim. It was just something to do for my friends to hang out, and the growth we've seen and the people that have been involved, and I couldn't have pictured this much this fast in my wildest dreams. Like, really, the community, it makes me so happy to see how many people are resonating with us and can see that we're not here to, bully people into doing certain things or whatever. We're here to be a bunch of friends and play video games. And it's become that. And I couldn't be more proud of every single person that decided to brandish our name, because it makes me feel so good seeing all you guys with your little NE tags and on Twitter talking and conversing with everyone with your No Ego stuff. So it's really cool. It's definitely beyond all of my expectations.
Yeah, by the way, if you're not following the No Ego Twitter, you should totally follow the No Ego Twitter. Just it's a really cool, well done Twitter. Just saying, and the Discord also. All of our, so for that matter, our YouTube channel as well. We've got our weekly clips of the week going up. So yeah, definitely take a look at those. I'd recommend. Sorry, I had to get that little plug out there real fast. Kind of rolling off of that. So from where we started, kind of where you thought we'd be and where kind of what you wanted, and seeing how fast we're growing and seeing how much, we're getting out there, and just kind of this meteoric trajectory that we've got going on. Um, has your view of the org changed at all, or your goals for the org changed at all, or what do you want this to become? Do with as quickly as we're growing.
I mean, I'd lie if I'd say I didn't want us to be a top org in the game, but
Okay, how to respect the ambition there.
but I mean, the things I see for us is I just continuing to support that. I don't want to grow exponentially, but not have the support that we have. So my biggest thing is no matter how big we grow, we continue to focus on community support. We continue to focus on, being there, being present, being around for every single person. And so that's another thing. Never be afraid to contact me or message me, or if you have anything you want to talk about. I'm here for everyone. And yeah, my work schedule can be crazy sometimes, but I promise I'll get to everything. Because you guys out there listening are the entire reason why this podcast is going on, the entire reason why we have streams, the entire reason why we have the Discord server. Even it's for you guys. So I mean, I guess for the future, I just want to have more friends. Is the best way to put it. I just want to meet more of you guys and have a good time with you.
Especially with everything going on now. In all honesty, we can all use more support. We can all use more happiness in these times. The orgs helped me get through quarantine and everything. In all reality, because I live alone. I haven't. My state's been one of the most locked down out of the states with COVID and everything. So honestly, everything with the org, everyone kind of interacting, all the people that have been joining, and everyone that's been a part of everything going on has been absolutely awesome. It's helped me quite a bit through that too. Being able to kind of get through and have people, you jump in a VC and you're there till 4 a.m. because someone messaged you at 11 o'clock and they said, hey, join a VC, let's hang out, and let's just chat. We got a bunch of people in there, and you're there till 4 a.m. all of a sudden. You have no idea how you ended up there. Shout out to Daz for that. But it's a great group of people we've got going on there. And I could definitely say, at least, not just because you're my boss, but in all reality, we definitely appreciate it. Everyone that's here. So what what do you want to kind of I know we've kind of asked about this, what you want to roll into and what your goals are and everything, but what are the next steps? What are the what do we got in the future for us?
I think the future for No Ego would just be continuing to grow and to get our name out there and to be a part of something and to be a safe haven for content creators. But we're also looking into going into the esports scene and going into competitive, and I mean, we want to branch out. We want to be a part of everything, and we want to we want somewhere that anyone can feel like they're a part of something. So I guess for the future, the biggest thing is to just keep going on the same path, because I don't see anything wrong with the way things are going, and I don't see any need to change the way things are.
Just out of curiosity, so of course, we've got you, Searchh. Then we've got Proven, the next owner up, our head of content, our CCO. We've got Rage as well, Rage Dad Bod, our CTO, and Rev also. So, if you don't mind me asking, how'd all you guys meet? How'd you all come about this idea?
I guess to start, Rage is my brother. So I met him at
I mean,
birth.
that's a pretty solid start.
um so yeah, Josh is my brother. He's done gaming stuff. I mean, we used to play. I remember back when we were kids, we used to play Halo 2 rooms apart from each other in the house with our parents. So he's always been a part of gaming. As far as everyone else, so Matt, I met through competitive gaming. I met Proven playing Halo, and I actually met him online playing Halo and taught him how to play competitive. And then he became a competitive teammate that went to multiple events with me. So I've known
Hold
Matt.
on, hold on. I want to back this up really quick. So let's just I just want to again get on record. You taught Matt how to play competitively.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we have that on audio and recorded, just in case for the future. I just want to make sure that's spoken, so that if I ever beat him in another one, in a 1v1, then vicariously I've beaten you somehow.
Yeah, just a funny little side story.
Sure.
So when I met Matt, it was like I said, it was through a couple of like friends, and we were playing like custom game lobbies and stuff like that, and we were playing matchmaking. And it was during Halo 3, and I'll always remember this to this day. I was like, oh, well, let's see how good you are. So I 1v1'd him on Guardian, and he's like, I don't understand the BR. The assault rifle is so much better. So just to let you know the backstory on that, he was so unknown to competitive play that he didn't know how much better the battle rifle was than the assault rifle. Not to mention, his original Xbox gamer tag was Santa Namaclaus. I'm just saying.
Sorry. That's a great name. That is a fantastic name. I think it's a wonderful name, and Proven, you should be proud of it.
That's a question to ask when you get Proven on how he got his name.
Oh no, I'm writing that down. I'm literally writing that down right now. just how Proven got his name. Perfect. I'm sorry, that's just too funny. Oh my god. But no, well, because also, competitive play is totally different from just like regular casual. Because like I tried to get further into competitive play when I was played Overwatch, and like it's different when you're doing casual play or casual multiplayer or whatever than when you start playing competitively, because then you have to look at what's the meta. You have to look at, especially I mean, Halo, I'm not, to be very honest, I'm not entirely sure how the competitive play in Halo works, like what like how the meta works in Halo. I never got too far into the competitive, but like with Overwatch, a lot of it is team comp, and like that was a huge focus for a while. Um, and there was just a big difference between what you did in competitive and what you did in just standard quick play. And even to this day, like I try not to do competitive anymore just because I'll be the first to admit I get tilt real easy, especially when I'm doing competitive Overwatch.
Yeah, so for Halo, and I'll always remember this quote because I was one of the top pros at the time. And he said, Halo is just very high speed chess. Once you get to a certain level, everyone can hit their shots. Everyone's about the same level skill wise. It comes down to strategy of placing your teammates, strategy of pushes, and stuff like that. So, as far as like old school Halo goes, it was definitely 100% more about how you pushed, when you pushed, how many people you killed before you pushed, and things of that nature, more than I guess, a meta per se that they have now with all these games, because it was
Right,
everyone
right.
always had the same guns, everyone always had the same, amount of nades, and there was like a sniper rifle and a rocket on the map. So it's all about control when it came to competitive Halo.
Which I think now, like with a lot of competitive game, it's just kind of, it's going the way of making sure you're part of a meta, making sure that you're playing the meta, whether it's League of Legends or it's Overwatch or Call of Duty for that matter. Um, like I almost feel bad playing, like if I'm playing one of my builds that has an M4 in it, God. Um, and you kind of fall into that trap where it's just everyone's playing the meta, everyone's following whatever the current patch has strong at that point.
Yeah.
Kind of circling back a little bit, mentioning how, we went from that competitive phase to wanting to run the award because, we're getting old for that, frankly. How has your day to day changed from running the org?
So I guess day to day for me, the biggest thing change wise is I play a lot less video games and I do a lot more
Yeah.
research and talking and communicating with brands and stuff like that. Um, so for me, yeah, the biggest change is doing that, and then obviously, I'm constantly trying to stroll around the Discord to see what what's going on today, catch up with the members and see what everyone's doing. So it's a lot less me time, I guess, and a lot more time for everyone else.
Oh, good. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I'm the same way for the most part. I'm just kind of, with my day job, we're just fortunate that I can have like the Twitter feed up all day or the Discord right next to me. But even then, it's, you know, got to focus on work first and whatnot. But I think, we're creating that foundation for the community that they're pretty much just kind of not running it themselves per se, but I mean, they're in our we don't have to engage and we don't have to kind of spark the interactions. They're all interacting at that point.
Yeah, and I have noticed that a lot, and or a lot of people are starting to you know be able to have a conversation or talk and have some fun and or set up lobbies and stuff like that. And it's really cool to see because when we started it, that's exactly what we wanted. If this person wants to play some Valorant, we'd love for them to have a full lobby if they want it, or get an Apex team together or whatever. Like whatever you want to play, we want it so that there's people there to play with you because let's be honest, solo queue is toxic no matter what
Solo
game you
queue's
play.
terrible. Oh my god. I
So
get,
having people around that you can play games with is, I mean, that's one of the biggest things for us.
yeah. I mean, just again, like I mean, with I mean, just being very honest, the Overwatch community, just if you solo queue, forget it. Like it can be so depending, let me rephrase that. Depending on what level you're playing at. So if you're just doing quick play, usually it's cool. Like if you're on like the low ELO on certain games, I don't know. See, and I don't know if it's just me. Is it just me that it's just me that low ELO in a lot of competitive games are way more toxic than high ELO?
Yeah. I mean, I've noticed that too. It's toxic, and then on top of that, it's like once you start playing at a certain level, um, lower level players don't make sense, and that makes like how do I explain it? Like you don't expect something to happen, and it happens specifically because they don't know that it shouldn't happen.
Right, right. Like it's not like see the problem is
Not
I'm trying to
meta.
like no, it's not like I'm trying to like think of something Halo related and I can't. So like the only thing I can think of is like Overwatch related, just because that's what I kind of I kind of absorb myself in with that meta. But it's like right now not knowing to double shield tank, for example, and you're not kind of cooperating with the other tank at all, or you have a team that doesn't have a Genji or a Jesus Tracer. Um, like it's you're not following the meta. So at that point, everyone knows the meta, everyone knows what's going on. So it's a matter of we want to win as opposed to and I've never understood this. Like people that want to be toxic, like do they realize that being toxic just makes the team play worse? Like have they ever does anyone get that?
I really don't think that goes through their heads.
Hmm.
I just think that there's a whole lot of rocks up there and nothing else when people are being super toxic.
I've stopped playing entire games because of that. Like I'll only play certain games if I have a full party of that, like for that game. I refuse to play with randos
Yeah,
because of how toxic people can be.
and that's another thing about, I guess, toxic gaming community is like it breeds a lack of new player base. Because if you're new to a game and you go in and people are instantly being crappy to me, like I don't want to play that game anymore. Like I don't want to learn the
Yeah.
game because I don't have a chance to because people are being jerks.
And you know what? And that hurts the gaming community as a whole too, because it kind of it makes us seem like elitist jerks, really. Like, oh, you're an outsider, you're like and this is kind of a thing with me, like, oh, you're just like a casual. Oh, you're just a casual. Like let them have fun. Damn it, let them have fun.
Exactly.
Unless you're playing competitive. Then at that point, if you queue for competitive, and you complain about being a casual, you kind of need to know your stuff at least at that point. It's not okay to be toxic, but at least know your stuff.
Yeah, kids, don't be toxic.
don't be don't be toxic and don't shit talk people because that's not cool and stuff. Anything, kind of just as we're coming to a close here, Searchh, anything that you kind of want to that we haven't touched on that you want to let everyone know that you want to talk about that you want to get out there to everyone else?
Yeah. So, I mean, first, I just want to thank everyone. Obviously, like without, and I harp on this, but without you guys, this wouldn't be anything at all. And so, you know, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank the other owners that have helped me push through this and make something special. I want to thank you guys, the directors that work your butts off. I mean, really, the stuff you guys do for us, it's insane. And for you guys to put so much time and energy in something makes me feel like we're on the right path. And we have our stream team, those guys. I mean, Nicole and Monkey and question mark, maybe some of you guys soon, um, are really killing it when it comes to representing the organization on the Twitch. So that's really cool to see. So thank you guys, thank you Monkey, thank you Nicole for really pushing out what we want as a brand. and then the content creators making those awesome clips for Matt to edit and put up every week on the YouTube. And last but not least, every single person I've had an interaction with as since I started No Ego Gaming, because meeting all you guys and learning about you and getting to play games with you and the interactions we have are stuff I'll never be able to have again. So I'm so happy, and hopefully there'll be more of you out there, and maybe you'll listen to this podcast and be like, what is No Ego? And obviously we'll put all the links in the bylines of the podcast, but I mean, check us out, come hang out. Our members are some of the coolest members in the community, and so I guess the biggest thing is I want to say thank you guys so much for giving us the time of day, for being out here hanging out with us and playing video games, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Dope. Awesome. And I can at least again say, just from my experience here, it definitely has been the same. And I only look forward to what the future holds for us. It's going to be awesome. But with that being said, I want to appreciate everyone for being here. Searchh, thank you for being my first person on the podcast, first person interviewing here and hanging out with. Definitely appreciate that. But yeah, everyone out there, thank you for everyone that's in No Ego. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for being here with us. And hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your morning, evening, whatever the hell time of day it is where you're at, wherever you're listening to us. We appreciate you and hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Thanks for watching No Ego. Like, comment, and subscribe with the bell notifications on to never miss another No Ego upload. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Twitch at NoEgoGG, and we'd love to see you in our Discord at discord.gg/NoEgoGaming, where you can catch up on all of our updates and chat with your favorite streamers and members.